Mario Party 9 is a mostly hated game because of the main mode basically just being roll dice and play minigames like every 5 minutes with no real strategic thinking that you have to do besides just pressing A to hit the dice. But when people are criticizing Mario Party 9, they're usually criticizing the main party mode. But looking at the other half of the main menu, we get to see the bright side of Mario Party 9, the side modes. And I consider the Mario Party 9 side modes to be the second best out of the entire Mario Party series because you cannot beat Mario Party 5 fucking Mecha Fighting mode. I stand by that. Mecha Fighting is the best side mode. But let's get into the minigame side modes first. First mode I guess we should look at is free play. You know, nothing really much here to talk about. You just can play every single minigame. This has been in basically every single Mario Party. But let's first start with our first actual mode being Step It Up. Step It Up is just your standard win 3, 5, or 7 minigames. You win those and it's over. Nothing really much here to talk about as this has also been in basically like most of all Mario Parties. But the first mode that actually changes stuff up a bit is Choice Challenge. Choice Challenge is an amazing side mode. I'm going to be saying this for basically all of them, but bear with me here. Choice Challenge is basically like a game show where you choose your best 3 minigames out of 5 and then you compete against other people in those minigames if they did choose the same minigame as you did. Now I like this mode for a couple of reasons. One, it's competitive as you have to choose your best 3, and if you're playing against other people, you should also consider what their best 3 minigames are, and if you're willing to bet on a minigame that they're most likely good at to get points, or if you just want to go for a minigame that they're bad at so you can store 3 points, but then being able to rise up and challenge you for even more points. And also the bonus minigame is there to inspire or just encourage people to be a bit more competitive. Like, do I choose to risk points just to get a chance to get extra points, or do I go with the safer option with the minigame I'm good at? This is an amazing mode. I love Choice Challenge and I could honestly play it a lot. But yeah, would be 10 out of 10, but if I could change one thing, it would be to add multiple rounds. Like, you're just on the main menu, so you can be like 1 round, 2 rounds, or 3 rounds, just so it can be last longer and it be a bit more competitive in choosing the minigame. But that's about the only criticism that I have with this mode, that it lasts too short, because I would love to play this mode for like 5 minutes or something. Time Attack is the next mode, and I have to say this is an okay mode. I do appreciate that they do change up some minigames, like how in the pizza one you have to do the whole pizza, or for the platter one you have to try to get to 100, and how they do add side objectives, so I guess you can have fun doing that. But other than that, it's really just about beating your best time. So yeah, this mode is okay, but at least they did try to add another objective for a single player mode, being, you know, get the best time and complete an extra objective with. Going for the objectives is pretty fun, but personally this is just like a 6 out of 10 mode or something. Would be better if you could compete against other people, but I guess that's what the scoreboard at the end is. But still, I'd rather just be like a competition of who can get the best times and whoever can do the most challenges. If that was in the game of you can 1v1 or 2v2 or 1v3 or whatever, or FFA, and then at the end, best time and whoever did the most objectives wins. That's the only improvements that I will make to this, but otherwise it's okay mode. It's, yeah, it's fine enough, I guess. But now we get on to the best side mode in my opinion, Garden Battle. I adore this mode, and this is like 90% of the reason I ever even turn on Mario Party 9. I love Garden Battle so much. It is such a good concept. Play minigames, try to build your garden, try to pick the correct pieces, try to pick good pieces. It's not even mostly about coming first, it's mostly just about choosing the correct pieces. You can strategically pick the wrong choice for yourself just so you can mess up another opponent. Like, let's say they're only missing one, but you have a few slots, so you steal that one to basically cook them out of being able to choose a victory. I absolutely adore Garden Battle. It is the best mode. Just the dynamic of winning minigames, choosing the correct pieces, choosing pieces that could potentially ruin another person's garden. It is such a good concept, and it is a 10 out of 10 mode. I could honestly go on all day about why I love Garden Battle, and screw it, one day I might will. But other than that, 10 out of 10. Now we get on to the other best side mode. Yes, Mario Party 9 has my 2 favorite side modes, High Rollers. I adore High Rollers. It is, again, such a good concept. Basically, winner gets the most rolls so they can get the most points. But it's not like the winner is always guaranteed to get the most amount of points because of the POW block in the middle. Basically, just allowing someone to, you know, turn all the scores. So let's just say that the person is surrounded by 20s because everything else has been like 10s or 0s or 1s. Someone could just, you know, boop, and then they'll just be surrounded by 10s. And if someone else wants to, they can be just surrounded by 0s. High Rollers is an amazing side mode. And in that 90% of Garden Battle, 45% of it is also High Rollers. High Rollers is another amazing side mode that I absolutely love. The concept of playing it and last place player chooses the minigame to give them a bit of an advantage is such a good concept that it's another 10 out of 10 mode. Nothing to improve. Just besides me being able to play 1,000 points, 1,500, hell, infinitely. I would play this mode 10 hours if I could. But other than that, please just increase it. I just want to play this mode for 50,000 points, please. And now on to the final mode, Boss Rush. And this mode is, I mean, it's okay. You're just going through the bosses to see if we can get the highest score. It's basically just free play, honestly. This is like the most not worth it mode because it's just free play. You're just going to see who can get the highest score. Just go play free play if you want to play the boss minigames and just tally up whoever won the most. That's my 2 cents, so just ignore this mode basically, as it's the biggest Mario Party Jamboree example of side modes where it's just free play but with a different coat of paint. But that does it for the side modes in the minigame tab, and most of them are great, and some of them are the greatest side modes that have ever graced the Mario Party series. But there are a few extra side modes that we will get into, well, now. But now let's move on to the extra minigames in the extra tab. Starting off with Castle Clear Out. This is just like a Tetris-esque game, and like Tetris and every other Tetris-esque game, it is very addicting. Try to go for the high score, just try to go to as highest level as you can. And not gonna lie, I was only supposed to get like, what, 5 minutes of footage, but I ended up playing to level 20 until I died because I wasn't addicted, okay? I could have stopped whenever I want, okay? I was just playing for the fun of it, okay? It wasn't an addiction, I was just playing for the fun of it, okay? I could have stopped anytime I want, okay? Just like at the blackjack table. I can stop whenever. But other than my crippling gambling addiction, we also have Goomba Bowling, and this is bowling. If you know what bowling is, then you know it's fun because bowling is objectively amazing. I love bowling, and it also doesn't have motion control, so I don't know, if you weren't a fan of Wii Sports Bowling with all the motion control stuff, then it was easier to get around. But what's not easier to get around is getting spares or strikes. This mode is very hard for, I don't know why, but I was only able to score 1 spare. I don't know why, this mode is just hard. I don't know if I just suck, or if it's actually just the game's fault, because I know I don't suck, because I'm amazing. And now we move on to football, lads! Football! Proper footy, yeah, mate! Yeah, footy! Proper ruddy football, lads! Real footy! None of that egg ball crap! You proper cunts! This is real football! Yeah, lads! I have never watched a game of football. But shell football, I don't care. It's still football, not soccer. But shell football is a very good side mode, as it's football but a bit altered, as now you have to just knock out 7 Goombas before your opponents can. I like this change of pace because, well, you know, it's funner. You can just start lining up, and you can actually get like a collateral, so you can get like 5 hit Goombas in a row. And I just think that's really fun. And I also wasn't addicted to this mode. I was just doing it for research purposes. I could have stopped any time, okay? But other than that, it was very fun. And it is also very fun to just try to knock out like more than 2 Goombas, like 3 or 4. And otherwise, shell football is a very good side mode. And now for the last mode in this video is going to be perspective mode. and we're not ending on a bang, sadly. It's a good concept for a mode, it's a fun mode, but if I can make one change, is that it is in perspective mode, but it's just full-on first-person mode, so you can just see how it actually looks to be playing these minigames, which would be horrifying, because I would not want to play any of these Mario Party minigames. These would all be absolutely horrifying, but other than that, this final mode is just okay. But that does it for the bright side of Mario Party 9, the side modes. And by no means do I think Mario Party 9 is an amazing game, just because the side modes are good. I still think the main mode is pretty poopy, but the side modes are where it's at in Mario Party 9. And that's what I personally like to rank Mario Party 9 altogether as a 5 out of 10 game. Yeah, the side modes are amazing, but that still doesn't excuse the party mode just being subpar in my opinion. But that's the end of the video. If you like what you saw, like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all later.